Waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I don't know, but today seems kinda odd. No barking from the dog, no small. And mama cooked the breakfast with no hog. Life changes, time rearranges. Visions in my head of one day being famous.
I am a sinner who's probably gonna sin again. Lord, forgive me. Lord, forgive me. Things I don't understand.
Hello? Hello, caller. Well, the hell with it there. This is something new for the underground.
Right about now, you're about to be possessed by the sounds of OG Music's own G-Lew.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again it's your boy G-Lew, back doing what I do, back again for the next installment. This is the G-Lew Show. I want y'all to sit back because we're going to have a real good time, you know what I mean? Yeah, this is OG Music, bro. Now I'm your maestro for the evening, G-Lew. Yeah. We're going to have a real nice show tonight. I got a lot of special guests stopping through. Some surprises, you know what I mean? So I want y'all to just sit back and ride with me, G-Lew Lee. Yeah.
Crank it up and piss off the neighbors. You got your radio locked on to the hottest station.
I feel you. Young brother says cup, and if not, they affiliated with the game. It ain't like the old days in 93 times change. A young brother might blast ya if he has to, and a punk won't last second in the place where I'm living at, cause everybody and they mama pack gas. Some pack these Tech 9s, they might live fine, but a track A to always keep things straight, cause it ain't nothing like the bury ya. Cause in my hood a young soldier might murder ya. It's kinda sick when you're watching your partners get killed straight tipped off the earth, dying over touch that the other man on, but us youngsters don't know this. We killing one another just to show who the dope was, while his brothers is capping, the blue-eyed devil is laughing, and my cousins is down, man. I wonder what happened to the pieces together in this black fist raised in the air, but us youngsters don't care. So I wonder, Pop, is you and see a dream? So kick back to my ghetto scene, and it goes like this, like this, like this. Young players gotta get it together. 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 What's up? What's up? Young players gotta get it together. Young players gotta get it together. Yeah. Young players gotta get it together. Young players gotta get it together. Back in the days, I never tripped up and I noticed that people with my color were coming up to show. Life ain't cool for a young soldier stuck on the street. He got mail on his mind plus a 9. And fools talk about peace. All he wants is his piece of the pop. Can't get no 9 to 5. So on the streets he gotta strive and do what he gotta do to get his money on, so don't trip when you see him with the cellular phone. Cause that's the way that he's pimping the system. Strictly coming up with all the fools against him. Dealing with the mass confusion, robbing and looting, and drop by shooting. But in the ghetto it's an everyday thing. So without togetherness things ain't gon' change. So I was tough to keep my eyes on the prize, but I can't. So I hop behind a tank and a drink. The camouflage, show off my tank. Ghetto got us to think. It's our business glory. We don't know this, mate. We need to to come together on these inner city streets, cause if we don't, we all gon' be the seats, kick the ghetto scene. Young players gotta get it together. Young players gotta get it together. What's up? What's up? Young players gotta get it together. Young players gotta get it together. In 93, it ain't the government mind tricks. It's young brothers with the gas and the clips. That's quick to clip and shoot. But practically nicer because these brothers these days might have no taste. School ain't cool when you're learning about the slave days and all the presidents making all the slave trades. You should see you turning the future into the past. If folks cash, a brother don't blast on the nut. Damn, I thought we smarter than this. But it seems without the gas, we ain't even all that. Fuck some fools with some sagging our pin. We need to put the nines down and let our minds offend. Youngsters, yes, it's a pregnant preteen, but she don't know that once you was a queen and the man was a king. Now our men sell dope on the avenue. I know it's true, but this is what they push us to, brother. Man, we have way too much hate. We might be from different states, but we all from the same place. Times is hard, but they ain't hard as it seems. All I do is say peace and kick my ghetto thing. Young players gon' get it together. Young players gon' get it together. What's up? What's up? Young players gon' get it together. Young players gon' get it together. In the beat. Young players gon' get it together. Young players gon' get it together. That's right. Young players gon' get it together. Young players gon' get it together. Yeah, it's Mac Moore. Let's let y'all know y'all brothers in the face. Man, we gotta get it together. Evidence, let them know.
Okay, well then I'm going to say it like this. You are tuned in to the G-Lew show with the Queen Jean herself. This is Squareopolis, the nerdiest guy on planet Earth, showing appreciation to these people for allowing the Square guy to do what he does. Y'all stay tuned to the G-Lew show. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. We appreciate you. This is the G-Lew Show. Flashback Fridays, the world famous Flashback Fridays, where we dig in the crates and we take you back in the day with some classic hip hop, and we have classic OG guests on here, you know, from the Bay to LA, from the land to Japan, and tonight is no different. We have a legend on the show tonight. You know, a historian, a DJ, a promoter. You know, he's done a lot, man, in this game. So we're going to bring him in. Before we do that, let me bring in my co-host, Queen Jean, the lovely Miss Queen Jean. Good evening, Queen.
Good evening, G-Lew. How are you?
Doing pretty swell. How about yourself?
I'm great. Thank you. What's going on?
How's that headache been treating you? You been feeling any better?
Yes, I feel a whole lot better. Thanks for all the prayers.
That's great.
The prayer period.
That's
yes.
Great.
Yes.
Glad to hear that.
Thank you.
Glad to hear that, Queen. Glad to hear that. Well, that's a great thing. And since you're here, well, hold on. We got a caller that wanted me to go to the call line. They have something important to say, I guess, before we get started. And then I want you to introduce our guest. So let's go to the phone line, Queen, right quick. Caller, hello.
Hey, G-Lew, Queen, it's Jane.
Hello.
I just wanted to say real quick, I'm not going to be up to listen because I'm going to bed, but I wanted to just, again, thank all of you so much because even though I'm going through some health issues right now, And I was tested for the virus. I haven't got the results back yet, but I'm pretty sure I don't have it, but I have some other things going on. But I wanted to say that it dawned on me right before the show started that I'm 100% cancer-free, and y'all had such a big part in that, and I just wanted to tell y'all thank you so much, and I love you. Have a great show. Peace and blessings, and I will see you Sunday night. I love you.
We love you too. We love you too, Jane. You get some rest and do everything that you're supposed to do to keep your health intact, and you are welcome for the prayers, continuous prayers.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you for all of always being here with us and through your health issues and all that, just staying strong and staying with us as well. So thank you as well, and we're gonna keep you in our prayers and get you some rest. You know what I mean? We'll catch you on the back end. So peace and love, Jane. Thanks for calling in.
Much love.
All righty.
Have a good show.
All right.
Peace and love. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Well, Queen Jean, without any further ado, why don't you introduce our guest and let the people know what we got going on tonight? We'll get into it.
Tonight we have the legendary DJ Darius B., a native from Northern California, raised all over the Bay Area, from Oakland to Vallejo, has an amazing journey, just have done so many awesome things on his journey, a lot of facets under his belt. So, sir, can you come out the green room and join us and share your journey with the audience?
How you guys doing? G-Lew and Queen Jean. It's an honor and it's a pleasure to be here with you guys.
Good evening,
Hi,
sir.
Darius.
Daric B.
How are you?
DJ Daric B,
I'm
the
great.
legend, the Bay Area
The
legend.
sun is shining out here in the West Coast. I'm not sick, so I'm feeling good. I'm a little anxious being locked up in the house for so long, but I know it's necessary.
Right. Hey, how's that been treating you so far, man? Being that you have to, I know it's getting more serious by the day, but so far, how have you been taking it? And how has it been? With everything kind of being shut down and such a big change all of a sudden, like overnight.
Well, it's been slightly surreal. Like, there's really nothing to compare this to, is what I really want to say. Like, it's fairly new, so everything that's happening to almost everybody, it's kind of unprecedented. So we're just taking it as it comes. We're just praying that it passes quickly and the scientists and the powers that be can get a hold of this, and we can get back to not normal life, but something close to that, I'm sure.
Right. I'm glad you said that, right, and I'm glad we kind of brought this up because we speak about this and we've been kind of talking about it, joking about it here and there, and it's really serious now. But more so serious than the virus and the disease, whatever you call it itself, and the effect it's having on people. What do you think the ultimate effect is going to have overall? Because like we just spoke about, hope we can get back to normalcy soon, and this will pass over, which it should. But what do you see as the effects of this causing the after effects overall? Because we're already starting to see that slowly, not only just like I'm saying with people who have it or whatnot, or people who can contract it and get over it, but the effects it can have overall, like in the economy, overall over the nation. We're speaking about artists. We deal with artists and music, the tours, and things shut down throughout the summer, and how it's going to have an effect over our economy overall. The unemployment rate is shot up overnight, skyrocketed. So many things that this thing is going to affect, not only just this virus, but overall. What do you think about that?
I think we have to look at it on both sides of the spectrum. So in some cases, it's probably a good thing. In some cases, it's a bad thing. I've seen reports where the weather, the sky, the air quality hasn't been this good in I don't know how long. I've seen reports where fish are coming back to areas where there haven't been fish in years. So, I think nature is healing itself right now. And with any big jump in evolution, there has to be some kind of major disaster, something to make us reset, step back, and look at the big picture. There's a lot of businesses nowadays who are rethinking, do I even need an office anymore, because majority of my employees now work at home.
Right.
So there's pros and cons. I think overall we're going to heal as a community.
Right. I'm glad you said that right as well, because I didn't think of it, even now when I was asking you that, I was thinking of the negative aspect it's having on our economy and the nation. But like you said, there's a bright side to that. I didn't think about it that way, as far as nature and the water, the sea, all of these type of things. I'm sure that are able to breathe now, and things are able to kind of breathe because everything's kind of shut down and less activity, which was causing the world to and go in different directions as well. So I didn't look at it from that standpoint, which is a good thing. And like you said, sometimes it just takes things like this to make us reset. Even though it can look bad, it always gets greater later, and we survive through worse. And like you said, it's just going to make people have to go back and reset, and it'll make people better too. I spoke about this too. It can only make you better, because even within ourselves, we can think of ways to come back on the other side of this in a better way, as better human beings, better, spiritually, all the way around. So yeah, I can dig that, what you said.
And
but it's hard to just see that right now, because we have a long way to go.
Sure. There's always a little pain in change, and
right.
There's also an opportunity for a lot of us to possibly, eliminate some bad habits that we used to really just, abide by. So, me personally, I always try to look at the positive in any situation. There's nothing we can do about what's happening, and so to just, dwell on the negatives, it doesn't really help me emotionally. So I'm always trying to look at the positive side of every bad situation.
Right.
And
okay.
Another thing that it has done, it has taught people not to take things for granted. The daily things that they were taking for granted, they would appreciate things in life a lot more now. That's what it has really taught people. Just not to take anything for granted, anything from how people are on this tissue thing, but that's like something so small, but something as small as a roll of toilet tissue, you know what I'm saying? Like not to take it for granted. To go into the grocery store and just getting one item of what you need, you're going to start getting 3 or 4 at the same time if it's affordable. Or every time you go to the grocery store, you will pick up an extra tube of toothpaste, or you will pick up an extra package of tissue. You will pick up an extra package of everything. This is what it has taught people that I've had spoken with. So it's, taking these things for granted. It has taught you not to take anything for granted, like absolutely not even each other at this time. So, and I'm with you about staying positive about peace, keeping yourself at a peaceful state, because if you get caught up in all the conspiracy theories and what everybody is saying, you would just go crazy. You wouldn't even know what direction to go. I mean, you have nurses who have committed suicide because they can't deal with it. You have people who are just, the PTSD is getting worse because they don't know how to deal with it, because you can't listen to everything. Listen to what's important. And like you said, Darius, there's nothing you can do about it but deal with it the best way that you can. That's it. Because if you get so caught up in it, it can be very depressing. Very depressing.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Daric B, I want to ask you one more thing about this. I kind of spoke about it, but the music side of this. What do you think the effects are going to have on the music side, positive and negative? We already know the negative is stopping everything right now, no shows, and this and that. What is your take on that?
Well, again, it's good and bad. For the guys and girls who are lucky enough to be able to have performances, that obviously sucks, because the whole industry, as far as that's concerned, is stopped and shut down.
Right.
Now, on a brighter side, it's an opportunity for people to learn some stuff they don't know about. We live in it's 2020. We live in America. We have access to the internet. There's not any kind of information we don't have access to. So I would encourage artists to learn marketing, learn Photoshop, take a class on music theory. I don't know, but something to add more value to them as an artist. Now, one big thing that's popular right now because everyone's locked up and stuck at home is live streaming. So I tell people, like, look, when I was young, I'd always imagine and daydream, like, you know, I needed my own TV network. And if only I had one, these are the kind of shows I would program. And so in 2020, if you have a YouTube channel or Instagram or a Facebook, then you essentially have your own network. And you could broadcast whatever you want 24 hours a day. And so it's time to think about what kind of value and what kind of shows are you going to produce, because it's not just about music anymore. We're in the age of video. And so if there's no video connected to your music, it's not officially a single, you know, at least in my mind.
Right.
And so people are wanting to consume video. So it's a great opportunity to do live concerts at your house. It's a great opportunity to do a Zoom talk show, get on a podcast network and meet people. Like, it's a great opportunity to really network because people are down everywhere. People got time.
Right. Exactly. And it's a way for artists, not only all of those things you said, really expansion, but even artists that are still making music, for them to sit back, maybe they can do a few out. You know, you could get a lot done right now if you have your own studio, being there recording every day. You know, just taking advantage of the take advantage of the time.
Yeah, when people would say, I just don't have enough time. Well, you got all the time that you need right now.
They always had the time, and I tell people, like, you always got time. It's what do you do with it? Because I encourage people to sit down one day and make a list of everything you actually do. And how much time do you really watch TV for, and how much time are you really on Facebook? You can check and see, like, oh, shoot, I was on Facebook for 3 hours today without even knowing. And so there's plenty of time. It's how bad do you want to learn this new skill?
Yeah. How you put it to use.
Yeah, that's deep right there, and that's a good thing. Write down, you know, because I'm in transition of trying to do all of these things too, make this a better, you know, make myself come out better on the end of this and what I do. So that's a great thing to do. Start writing it down, you know, and just which I've heard before, but you know, things like that are easy and they can help a lot. You know, just writing it down when you can see it, and you know, this is the thing you could check off, you know, your list. So that's great. Yeah, I want to continue, man, but on some real shit, this already turned into a great interview. It's more so turned into a inspirational, motivational type interview to start off, man, because you got good motivation, and I could tell you know, well educated and know your shit when it comes to all of these things, man. So it's already started off great, but what I want to do now is, you know, because we didn't properly introduce you, so I want you to introduce yourself to the people listening, man, and let them know who you are, give them more insight, more than I did, since you can do it yourself, and let the people know who we got on here tonight, man. I don't think they really, really know Daric B, so let the people know in your own words, please.
Well, you know, of course, I'm DJ Daric B, and from the Bay Area, born and raised, and I'm a DJ, first of all, and I've always been a DJ who learned the music business, but I've always been a DJ, and I'm not a music business guru or anything like that. I'm just a DJ who knows some music business stuff, and I've been blessed and lucky enough to still be in it over, 30 years plus. But I've worked at every position you can think of, from graphic design to mixing and mastering, running studios, going on tours, developing DVD projects, magazines, informational, conferences, the Bay Area Rap Summit. I'm kind of a jack of all trades, and maybe a master of nothing. I don't know.
Well, I think you're a master
of a few things. Right.
Yes.
That part. You also, I played an artist, man, at the beginning of the show. I'm sure you're familiar with that. You got to work with.
Yeah.
early on, man, and the legendary Mac Mall. Can you tell us just a little bit about that and some of the artists you worked with when you came into the game and worked with a label, as well in that part of your journey?
Yeah, so Mac Mall, Young Black Brother Records was the label, and it was actually my very first job in the music business. Mac Mall was 16 at the time, and the whole label was built off of credit cards and hard work, and Mac Mall wasn't the biggest artist on the label, but he was probably the most talented one.
Right.
We went
very,
from
very well,
a few different distributors at that time.
Yeah.
Back then we ended up probably selling, independently over 200,000 copies, which was ridiculous, almost unheard of at the time for independent artists with no radio and no major support of any kind. And from there, that led Young Black Brother to get a deal with Atlantic Records. It was one of the first big money deals that I can remember. It was $11 million. Back then that was, that wasn't like, cash money or any kind of big deals they do now. But, $11 million for some guys from Vallejo was pretty big.
Right. Yeah, that's still big now.
We also had other artists. We had Mac Dre, who's basically, our Bay Area legend here. He's the legend, and he was on the label, and another artist named Ray Love. Ray Love was from Santa Rosa, and he actually brought Tupac into the loop. So you played Ghetto Theme. I think it was in the beginning, right? Ghetto Theme. And Tupac actually directed that video.
Yes, sir. That's what made me connect with Mac Mall.
It was a lot.
That song and that video. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say there's a lot of history just around that particular label with Mac Mall, Ray Love, and a few other artists. Like there's tons and tons of stories we can talk about for hours, and how other bigger artists kind of slid in. Of course Tupac being the biggest one, but it was an amazing time.
Right. I want to ask you briefly, man, speaking on Pac, why don't you think, or why did not Pac do more with the label? He seemed like he would have fit right in there, and then him and Mac Mall had seemed like a good connection, his little brother type dude, and I just seen more things coming, from after that Ghetto Theme video, which was just classic, man, and the song.
Honestly, I don't know why. There was a lady named Layla Steinberg who was, I believe, Pac's manager at the time, and also Ray Love's manager, and she was very involved in the label. And honestly, I don't know why Tupac didn't. I'm sure it had to do with money. I'm sure, but I don't know particularly or specifically why.
Right. Okay. I just wanted your take on that, and I'm sure the passing of Mac Dre had was big to the label. Was a big loss for the label, being that he was, like you said, the guy and the star who wasn't really brought out fully yet, besides the Bay and California.
Right. Well, soon after Mac Mall took the spotlight, Mac Dre left the label and started his own label, and that label flourished into all kinds of big money deals for him on his own. So it was a blessing and a curse.
So he definitely left. Okay, so he was not affiliated with the label.
Yeah, he left Young Black Brother Records.
Okay.
He definitely left.
Okay.
And I think one of his first projects was maybe it was the Rompilation or Stupid Doo-Doo Dumb. Somewhere after there, he started Thiz. The label's called Thiz Entertainment.
Thiz Entertainment. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so most of Mac Dre's success was on his own label. and he you know, received the benefits of all kinds of things, being the owner and the artist.
Right. Yeah. Rest in peace to Mac Dre, man. Definitely a legend. So what's some of the other stuff you did after Young Black? How longer did you stay with the label before you branched out and did other things?
I was probably there for a few years, and then my mentor, Rob Nones, who was also part of Young Black Brother, we went off and did another label, and we signed a few groups, one being a group called Partner Deuce, and one of the artists from that group is named Baby Bash, and Baby Bash. He's, you know, Vallejo is deep with musical history here. So we did a couple projects with him, Baby Bash, another group called the Funky Aztecs. They were they were on TNT Records. That was Pac's label he was on back then. And so he was like, they were like the only Mexican group he ever did a song with. You know, from Vallejo. Chino XL. So I put out a Chino XL record, and that was around the time when him and Tupac were having a problem. So when Tupac released Hit 'Em Up, at the end of the song, he said, you know,
Chino XL.
Chino XL. And that kind of put us on the map.
Chino had some bars for Pac, and Pac took that, which it was small, but Pac took that real personal. Like you said, pretty much put Chino on the map. You know, he did.
It did.
Along with Jay-Z and some other people. But go ahead.
Yeah, no, nobody knew who Chino was. I mean, if you weren't an underground backpack rapper, you didn't know who Chino XL was. And so that definitely, you know, helped us. Unfortunately, you know, one of our biggest Chino XL releases was on 9/11, so that kind of halted a lot of momentum we had with the Chino XL project. Who else? I did the West Coast Lyricist Lounge. That was a big record for us. I did a record on an artist named Brother Lynch. I don't know if you're familiar with Brother Lynch. He's from Sacramento.
Come on, yeah. Oh, Daric B. Now I know you don't know me like that, but I'm pretty deep in this hip hop shit too, bro.
Okay, so you know about the Bay.
Yeah, Brother Lynch is a legend, man. Put Sacramento on the map. Well, him and Sebo, but him lyrically. Go ahead.
Right. I soon after that got a job at Bayside Distribution, which was a company that owned Tower Records. And we went and signed Booyah Tribe. We signed MC8. We signed JT the Bigger Figure. We signed E40's label, Sick With It Records. We signed Spice One. We pretty much signed everybody we could think of. From 2000 to 2004, we signed the West Coast. Daz came by and we did some stuff that, you know, he didn't get the deal he wanted.
Okay.
And he ended up doing some stuff with us. You know, JT the Bigger Figure brought the game to us. Before he blew up.
Okay.
And, you know, and there was a lot of history there at Bayside, so we did a couple of movie soundtracks.
Bayside become so big, that was like another priority, you know, something like that, right?
Oh yeah, no, it was bigger because we had our own retail chain, Tower Records.
Okay.
You know, 600 stores strong.
Right.
And there was 300 Tower Record stores in Japan, so Bayside was the hub. If you wanted to get any product into Tower overseas, it had to go through Bayside. So I was the marketing director there, and I did some stuff. I did the
that
listening
explains
stations.
Why they love the music so much over there. and the West Coast, they love the West Coast though. Definitely the West Coast, but that explains it. You know, go ahead.
And I actually had a chance to go to Japan for 2 weeks on a tour, and it was incredible to just see the culture of and the little sub genres of different miniature. Like there was a whole West Coast movement going on over there. Like they had lowriders,
Right.
they were wearing Ben Davis, Dickies, and it was awesome.
Yeah, that's crazy. Wow, yeah, but I do appreciate Japan because they really overseas period, but Japan, man, really loves the music. Can't even really speak the English, but they know the music, like and they're into the whole culture. I follow a lot of that, especially with the lowriders too now a lot, but just hip hop period.
Yeah.
And the West Coast, they love the West Coast over there, so it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing, and to know that you had a part in that with Bayside, man, because Bayside was major, like in the '90s, like you said, when things kind of went more independent, especially for a lot of West Coast artists when the game kind of shifted again after Pac died. So I know there was a lot of more independence going on, and a lot of them went through Bayside. Yeah. Tell us some more about your journey, what you did with Bayside, and some more things, because you have so much that you've done, man, under your belt.
Let's talk about the Bay Area Rap Summit.
Okay.
And I started doing that. That's basically, it's like a big hip-hop, cultural, educational, fun day. And we don't do it anymore. This was back in the day, but we used to rent out a big hotel, and we would have conferences all day and panels talking about distribution and marketing. We had, different lawyers and artists on the panels, from Chingo Bling to DJ DJ Muggs from Cypress Hill, Soren Baker.
Yeah.
He was editor of The Source at the time.
Mm-hmm.
As many industry people as we could. While I was at Bayside, I was able to go to a lot of music conferences, and the Bay Area really didn't have anything like that except the Gavin Convention, which was a conference that they had stopped doing years ago.
Right.
And so Sway from MTV, he was the host. Mr. Fab, he's a rapper. I don't have to tell you, Mr. Fab was the host of the freestyle battle. I had every member of the Hieroglyphics.
On my shit, Daric. I was just messing with you.
Let me tell you, to be honest with you, because I'm like, okay, well, I think you're from the South, right?
Southwest,
forgetting.
West Coast. Yeah. Grew up in LA though.
Yeah. Okay. So then, so you, of course, I don't think Mr. Fab, in my mind, and us local guys, we don't think our artists are as big as they are. So for us, even just as close as LA is, there's a lot of artists in LA that I'm not familiar with, and there's a lot of artists out here that I'm sure you're not familiar with, but it's really like LA is the big brother of the Bay Area. That's how we look at it. And sometimes we feel like LA doesn't necessarily give us the respect that we deserve, but we recognize LA is important. I don't think
that though. I think it's just like you said. It's just been such a because I mean, if you look at it, everything like you said, the big brother aspect, but the Bay is the almost like the foundation. So many things have come from the Bay. You know what I mean? From people, to the slang, to the independent game. So many things have come to the Bay from the Bay. But I think it's just more so two different worlds. You know what I mean? Because even people, it was somebody on the show the other night, and they spoke about that, how L.A. and the Bay, even though they're close, not close, but in the same state, they're two totally different.
Oh, yeah, it's close.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Much. So I think it's more so that. But
well, LA has that major label mentality, because guess what? That's where the industry is. It's LA.
Mm-hmm.
And so the Bay Area, we have that, man, we're kind of we ain't got no industry here. Let's just kind of try to do it ourselves, and we, luckily, guess what? What we do have that LA don't have is Silicon Valley.
Right.
So
right.
it was easy to manufacture CDs because there was 20 to 30 different manufacturers of CDs right here in San Jose and Santa Clara. Like the tech world was here with us, so we got to grow with it. Even someone like Ghazi from Empire Distribution, he's a product of that tech world also, because he got a job at Ingrooves, which was a huge player in the distribution game, and he went ahead and learned the game from them and started his own company, and now he's a Grammy-nominated company, and he's doing fantastic numbers. But we've always kind of had that mentality where, like, we got to just do it ourselves because we can't afford to pay nobody.
Yeah. But, I mean, that's a good thing because, like you said, that's the thing L.A. doesn't have where all the labels are. But people, they had the labels and things of that nature. But as you know, people weren't getting treated right, weren't getting paid what they deserve. You got the biggest stars in the world like Snoop, but never got what he was supposed to get till he got with P or took off later. So, these cats went to the Bay. A lot of these cats from LA went to the Bay to get the game. You know what I mean? To get the independent game, to learn how to do it, to get with Bayside and these other people. So, that was the good thing about it. And you just spoke on. Let me ask you this: the Silicon Valley now, where that not only is the Bay, but that runs the world. Tell us about that. The importance of having that there and what effect it has had on the Bay Area.
Well, it definitely, like I said, it definitely was one of the reasons why. So here's, for people who don't know, there's a lot of pimps in the Bay Area. There's a lot of weed in the Bay Area, and a lot of there's a lot of money to be spent underground independently. And when it came time for people to record, it was easy to get a baller to pay for it because there were a lot of ballers back then. So if you just did a little bit of research back in the day and jump on the phone book, you could find, like I said, 10 to 20 companies that would press CDs within 20 minutes from your house. Not only that, we had a company called City Hall Distribution, City Hall Records, which was a distributor who had relationships with every major retail chain. So we were one of the first few people to get, hip-hop into chains like Sam Goody's and The Warehouse and Tower Records. There wasn't a lot of hip-hop there, but we were able to do that because of City Hall, who was connected to Fantasy Records, which is a giant jazz label.
Right.
But we were able to use those connections to get into stores. So that's partly why, we had an advantage, is because there was business being done. It wasn't music business, but there was tech happening here, and there was money. People were happy to spend it.
Right,
back then, at least.
Right, exactly. Back then, because tell us about the effect, how things changed drastically in the music business, because no more, things went to digital, how they pretty much fully have now. But you being, like you said, Bayside being the owner of Tower Records, what effect did that ultimately have on Bayside and everything? Because I'm sure, all the towers went out of business.
Oh, well, yeah, it put Tower Records out of business for sure. Tower Records still exist only in Japan, but everywhere else is closed.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, so they still buy physical out there, so it's wonderful.
Okay.
But yeah, the whole industry just changed, and it happened over, everyone got excited when we heard about Napster, and we started just hoarding and stealing as much music as we could, and slowly but surely everybody's paychecks were getting smaller and smaller and smaller. some of the smart people out here in the Bay Area, one of the first guys to tell me about digital distribution was DJ Fresh. And he was like probably 2 or 3 years ahead of most people, and he was already getting digital checks before it was popular. And I used to fight it, and then I was like, I hate digital, and I'd really be upset at the whole thing. And one day my monthly check came, and it was, $47 or something ridiculous. So from that day on, I said, you know what, I'm going to learn everything I can about digital because I cannot afford a $40 check. And from that day on, I stopped cursing digital, and I accepted it, and I learned it, and it happily pays for my life.
Hey, but yeah, which is good, and it works for everybody now. But there was a time now when digital did kind of take over, push the CDs out, but it still wasn't figured out all the way. You know what I mean? It was basically free music for a good few years, or artists just had to accept that music was going to be free, and they just kind of went to the shows until the streaming thing got figured out. So could you talk about that time?
Yeah.
Because that was a time for a minute.
Well, yeah. So after I figured out the digitals thing, and iTunes was my friend.
Right.
I started making money again, and then, as you say, then streaming came and Spotify came, and then my check disappeared again, and so I had to relearn the game again.
Right.
And that's where we're at right now, and we can talk about how much money people make per stream and this and that, but the truth is it's not regulated, and so any outlet could say whatever they could choose whatever they want to pay you.
Right, exactly.
And so
You're
until
right about
there's
that.
a set amount, we're kind of in the wild west right now.
Hey, and Daric B, I'm glad you said that, because now that you say that makes sense. And do you think a lot of these sites or streaming companies are doing that, since it's not a for sure way to track everything, that they can just throw any number out there and they can that's how they eat pretty much?
Oh yeah, no, that's exactly what's happening, because for instance, I can say, YouTube and iTunes pay differently, and then Spotify pays differently. And then YouTube pays differently if someone watches a commercial or if they watch more than 45 seconds of the song. And so there's so many variables. It's you can't have a real discussion about it because you'd have to learn everyone's rules. And like I said, there's no regulations and nothing is kind of standardized per stream yet. Once that happens, I think independent artists will start to make a good amount of money. But as of yet, it's still, they're the masters of the payment, and we either get nothing or we get the fraction of a penny.
Yeah,
now,
that still only works.
You could look at
that's
it like
a good thing. The big artists seem to still eat off of that because, of course, they're going to have hundreds of millions of streams and views. So opposed to an independent, artist. So, I'm sure it's very different. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, no doubt. It's not impossible to make a living off of music in 2020 nowadays. I distribute several artists that they're not what I would call amazingly talented. I think they would be described as just okay. But a few of my just okay artists still make $1,000 a month off of streaming.
Right.
So it really, I think the streaming allows you to not be, or not put a stereotype on what talent is anymore, what hot lyrics are anymore. It's really up to the listener.
Yeah, that's very true. Very true. That's why the music has, like you said, shifted to how it is, because it's not really about what you think anymore, who's dope, who's not, your opinion, because it's 1 million, 2 million other people that say different, or just listen to it. So, and they say the numbers don't lie. So, that's definitely a good way to put that in that perspective. That's crazy. Hey, Queen Jean, do you have anything for Daric? I'm sorry, me and him are just over here. He's talking some good stuff to my ears over here. I'm sorry though, Queen. I know you had some questions.
It's okay. Well, there's a few things that I wanted to touch with you. One is about your magazines, Addicted to Vinyl and Catalyst magazine. If you can just elaborate on those. And then also, I wanted to congratulate you on winning a Native Grammy for your work in San Diego. You have some artists underneath that label. Is that who you were speaking on?
No, I forgot I even did that.
Yeah, I was listening to some of their music, some of those artists' music. It was I Rock. Are We There Yet? Yeah, Monsters Ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was listening to some of their music. So.
Yeah, I got a job on an Indian reservation in San Diego. And the music department there was trying to put money and support into their youth. And so they had a group called the Dago Braves, and they were two cousins. And we just put all our resources together and my knowledge, and we went on this campaign. I mean, to win a Native Grammy isn't the same as a real one.
Yeah.
But it was
recognition, though.
It's still, it was still awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's called a NAMI.
Okay. A NAMI. Okay.
A NAMI, the Native Grammy.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a good fun process, and it's like it's one of the things that helped me learn about niche marketing and the type of marketing and promotions we did for those records. They had to be very specific to a certain group, a certain demographic, and I think that experience helped me, in outside of Native hip hop. And learning, who are your fans, and how do you describe your fans, and where do they live, and how old are they, and what kind of things do they like. And I started to learn that kind of information because those are the things that Google asks. Those are the things that Netflix asks. It's data mining. The more you know about your customer, the better you can serve them.
Right.
Facts.
And then you're DJing now. You did your house parties, you did your clubs, and now you have one that's just phenomenal that you're DJing. And oh my God, I read up on that, the wedding DJing.
Yeah,
that's nice. Yeah, that's big money right there too. Because I was looking at your package deals and how you just have all the arsenals of the setups, the lighting, the photo booths, and just explain that to the audience because that's pretty dope. I never even knew that it went that far with DJs DJing a wedding. I never even knew it went that far.
Yeah.
I thought you'd be there DJing, but you do the whole shebang. You set it up, and if you could just explain that.
Yeah,
let the
sure.
audience know about that.
I've always wanted to. I mean, I've always been a DJ. And I never stopped DJing. I just changed the type of events I performed at. Like you said, I was doing house parties and then went, to clubs. From there, I actually went on, I don't know if you guys, of course, In Too Deep. I was the DJ for In Too Deep and on tour with those guys.
Right?
Yeah, we did the In Too Deep radio show in Arizona. But, I wanted to just be a DJ, and the only way to really make a lot of money is to DJ weddings. And so at a nightclub, I might get $300 to $400 a night, but at a wedding, I could potentially make $3,000 for one day. So I said, I'm going, 100% deep, full on commitment. I'm going to be a wedding DJ. And for, some years now, I just work on Saturday, and the rest of the week I stay home.
Yeah.
You quarantined
you have
anyway.
a package deal. Yeah, you have a package deal for your wedding. Your wedding DJs. Now, there's everything else like extra for the lighting and the monograms. Is that extra? Or does that come with the package?
So it just depends, and so there's different prices based on, I get an idea of how much I will charge based on them telling me where their venue is. So if it's at a community center, then, I know that they're not big balling. So I give them a very, affordable price. And if they're at, Arden Hills Country Club, then I know they have a budget. And so there's, there's different levels to the type of wedding DJ you get. So, Arden Hills, I'm going to bring out the uplighting and the photo booths and the monograms and the whole shebang. I'm going to bring out everything because they could afford it.
Yeah, when I seen that wedding, that was like so dope. I've never seen a wedding like that. I was like, wow, but you can tell that was money all up in there. And I said, wow, he made some money off that wedding.
I'm not, I didn't grow up rich, and so,
right.
I'm affordable for most people. But, if it's a day that I'm not booked and if someone needs my help, I definitely will, go there and DJ for them for little to nothing. Because I love to do it, and I don't even consider it work. That's why, I'm blessed that I can only work 4 days a month, and be good. But, I gotta pass it on. And I'm a firm believer in paying it forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up,
you
man.
have to
that's what's
check
up.
it out, G-Lew. You have to check out the video of the wedding that I'm speaking on. It's like,
I think I've seen
so
one.
Awesome.
I've seen one in the back.
Well,
I seen one like in the backyard setting. They were on all white and stuff.
Yeah, he do the wedding
I don't know.
setups.
There's a few videos.
Yeah.
The one that she's talking about is it's on the Sacramento River. It's a big old mansion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I'm comfortable to say I'm a wedding DJ for sure, 100%.
Well, yeah, you should because it's nice. It's totally different from the clubs and the house parties. Totally different. You get a whole different vibe, right? You get a whole different everything.
It's nothing. It's different.
Because it's a different crowd. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm also the MC for the evening, and I'll host the weddings as well and make all the announcements for them.
Yeah, that's real cool. It was real dope. I love that. And what about your magazines? Do you still have them? Are they still out?
So the Catalyst magazine was a magazine that I put together to help young people understand how money works. I know it sounds crazy. And I mixed it with hip hop. And so I interviewed, successful artists. One of the guys in that issue was, in the first issue, was Casual from the Hieroglyphics. And, I always looked at the hieroglyphics as, the business model I'd love to imitate. They did everything in-house. It was almost like a hip-hop union, and the Souls of Mischief were part of it, and Domino was the producer, and Dell, the Funky Homo Sapien, and there's tons of talent in this group. But they made their own merchandise, and I think that, Strange Music, Tech Nine, he absolutely had to have seen that blueprint and copied it and took it even further. But that Catalyst magazine was about, teaching young people, how to budget, how to manage money, and then I mixed it with hip-hop. I've done several magazines through the years, and I was always a fan of a magazine out here called 4080. I got to work with them back in the day. Murder Dog magazine was a magazine
Murder
from
Dog.
Vallejo, from my hometown. And so magazines were always around me. It started with Dog Day Records. They had put out Andre Nicotina, 11-5, some of their bigger groups. But they used to put out a monthly newsletter. And if you were able to get that newsletter, that was a big thing in the late 80s, is getting newsletters from important, influential people around the business. So that kind of sparked me and got me excited about, doing a newsletter, and that evolved into magazines.
Okay. That's pretty cool, though, the magazine, the Catalyst one. Okay.
Hey, Daric B, again, just like magazines, though, just like the music, kind of fizzled out as well. Not fizzled out. Everything is digital, where even with magazines, people want the news and information now, So how did that transition go from the magazines kind of going away as well?
Well, I don't think I still do magazines, and I have a magazine called 41510 right now, and I still press up 5,000 copies and I put them out there. And my philosophy is that trends and things of that nature, they start at the street level.
Right.
And yeah, everybody's online, and so that to me is a perfect time and a perfect opportunity to be the only magazine in the streets. Now, if I show up to any high school in the Bay Area with 1,000 magazines, I promise you they'll all be gone. And every kid will take a magazine. And not only will every kid take a magazine, 7 of their friends will read it, not just one. And 2 of their friends will steal it from each other. And they become collectibles because E40's on the cover, or Jay Stalin is on the cover, or Scarface is on the cover. So, yeah, everyone is on digital, but not everybody has quit. It's just people stopped making magazines. People didn't stop reading them. People stopped making them.
Right.
So it's great marketing and promotions for me, especially if you want to target young people. It's easy. And printing is hell of a lot cheaper than it used to be. I can print 5,000 magazines for under $2,000, which is ridiculous.
Okay. Daric said it's still on, and magazines are still here. People, there are magazines out there.
Still here.
Tell them where they can get at you online about the magazines, or if they want to order one or whatnot.
You actually can't get at me about the magazines. I only do it when I have a need to do it. It's not a regular thing. So if I have some releases or some artists that I'm pushing, then I'll make a magazine and put them on the cover.
Right.
And the perception of that, it goes a long way.
Right. Okay. So what else is going on?
So they're not magazines for the public. They're really my promotional tools. They just look like magazines.
Got you. Okay. Cool. So what else do you have going on or coming up in the like? What are you working on right now? As far as do you have your hands in a lot of those hats right now?
Say that again. I wasn't listening. Sorry.
Oh, I was saying, what are you working on right now? Are you still what's taking up most of your time now these days?
I'm really just trying to, teach people how this business works. I wrote an ebook a couple of years ago. I've given out 1,000 copies so far. I don't know if I'm going to do anything big in music after today, but what I would like to do is teach as many people as I can to at least make a living off of music. The idea of, going platinum and getting this recognition, it's cool, but it's also ego-driven. And what I would love to teach people is let's get serious about this music business so you could pay your bills with it, not buy champagne.
Right. You should say that again.
$500 a month extra could change somebody's life.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's really where I'm at. I've done a lot, and I've kind of, I'm semi-retired, but I will keep teaching. I'll keep learning. The most important thing about the music business has nothing to do with music. To me, it has to do with your personal development, your understanding of life, and most importantly, just being happy as much as you can.
Right. Wow. What would you say, though, to sum it all up, over your whole career, what would you say was your most enjoyable time in this part, in your journey, like from everything you did, from the promotions to the magazines to the management or working with artists or DJing, which you still do? What were some of the best times you enjoyed over the journey, over the things that from the past and present?
Well, I mean, shoot, 24-year-old Daric had different goals than 48-year-old Daric. So if I'm answering from today's perspective, right now is the best time of my life because of the understanding of business, the understanding of controlling emotions, the understanding of a lot of things. So the best time of my life is today. 24-year-old Daric, he wasn't that smart, or as smart as this version is. Now there's been monumental experiences, that I will never forget. I was at a convention, and I went and took a nap by the pool, and I woke up with Boys to Men sitting on the left of me and Will Smith on the right of me. So I got stories like that, but, the best time of my life, of my career, is today because I'm the best version.
Right. Great answer.
Your journey taught you
Great answer.
well.
What'd you say, Queen?
Oh, I was saying the journey taught him well. He learned from the journey, and that's why he's a better version at 48 versus 24. Yeah.
Right.
And experience will definitely do that.
Right.
And I got stories about exciting times in my life, but if those things happened to 48-year-old Daric, I would handle them completely different. And I was a fan, back then I was still a fan of, and I was still starstruck by, the whole experience of being around, quote unquote, celebrities or stars. But I got to be friends and make friends with a couple of these guys, and quickly I found out that they're just as goofy as me.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a great business. You just can't get attached to the emotions of it. And if you do something for somebody in this business, it has to be without expectations of anything coming back to you, because you have a really sour career if you don't just do things from your heart without any expectations. So a lot of new artists, even old artists, they want to do what do they call it? Quid pro quo. You do something for me, I do something for you, which is a fair deal. It's a win-win situation, and every deal should be like that. But a lot of times they don't go that way.
Right. Yeah, that's very true. Queen, you have anything else with Daric B?
I just wanted to, ask about when you're DJing, the vibe and the energy of the different age groups. How is that? Like, you may be DJing for.
Yeah, so I mean, typically, you have variety of age groups at weddings, so that's something that I've been dealing with, for a long time now. But I really read the crowd, and I see who shows up, and then I'll test them with a few songs and kind of see if they're responding to those songs, and if they do, if they like this song, then there's a good chance they'll like that song, and I just really read it song by song. Because a lot of kids like older songs too.
Right, they do. Yeah,
you'd be surprised.
And then a lot of the older people like a lot of the young music.
Young stuff.
You would be surprised.
I can't get away with a wedding without playing Earth, Wind, and Fire September, and it's every age group dancing to that song. And then I'll play Old Town Road, and it's the same group dancing. So I think maybe the older people, I'm 48, so I consider myself one of the older people now. So, us older guys, older couples, we're more hip, and so we understand that hip hop isn't weird. Like, to my parents, hip hop was weird because it was different.
Right.
But to us, it's normal. It's been 30 plus years of hip hop, and that's all we know. So, when Biggie comes on, everybody likes it from whatever age group you are. When Pop comes on, everybody likes it.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, the story I shared with you earlier about at my sister's wedding, and we wanted to hear Pac, and our DJ didn't even have any Tupac, and that was just so freaking unbelievable to me. Like, what? But he only had a computer, he had a laptop, and as I was telling you, he had those big old school speakers. But I know, what is that? The Cuban shuffle, is that it? Those will get everybody up, no matter what the age is, because it tells you which direction to go, to the left, to the right. So they get all ages up on the floor, and they boogie off of that. I said I love to see everybody get up off of those songs and just party, because you definitely can't go wrong with those.
Yeah, right. And I another reason why I enjoy weddings is because I get to play music that I like, new and old. I don't have to play just the top 40. And to be honest with you, I'm not even familiar with the Billboard top songs, because I'm not really a fan of that. And not to knock that music, it's just, I'm 48.
It's different.
There's no reason I should be listening to Tekashi or whoever.
Right.
We, a 48-year-old and a 24-year-old, they think differently, and so their tastes are different, and I fully understand that. So my parents didn't like De La Soul. They didn't like NWA, but it wasn't for them. It was for me.
Right.
It's for my generation.
Right. Yeah, because each generation the music changes, so definitely. So you don't DJ by yourself when you're out doing the weddings. You have partners.
I bring a couple of people with me, because there's a lot of, like you said, there's several things going on, and it's way too much for one person.
Yeah. Okay.
That's smart. Smart business. You've been doing it so long now, so I'm sure you know everything to do, the outs and ins, and just like you spoke about earlier, how to charge people and do things of that nature. How long did that take you to understand all of that fully?
That took a long time, to be honest with you, because growing up poor myself, there was a number that stuck, like $300 in my head was a lot of money when I was young. And so just growing up, I never changed. And for a long time, I did any kind of party for $300. And then I got an agent, and the agent kind of taught me about different financial groups, and you have to charge differently based on your customer. So I'm still learning, and in January, I went to Las Vegas to a DJ and photo booth convention, and the quote that I left there with was, "High-end couples want a DJ they can brag about." So that's what I'm trying to do now with my DJ business is, and as you see in those videos, like I have all the toys that you could use to brag with.
Yeah.
In the wedding business, I mean.
Yeah, in the wedding business. Which is cool.
Right.
You have the lighting, the ceiling, the photo booth, the bar, just everything. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I was really I was really amazed by that. Yeah, I was very impressed by that because I've never even been to a wedding like that. Have you dealt with anybody that's of celebrity status? So you know how they.
Yeah. So I did one of the Oakland A's weddings. One of the players from the Oakland A's. I think his name was something Simeon. I'm not a baseball fan, so I don't know. But yeah, I did one of the Oakland A's players' weddings. A lot of just people with money out here in the Bay Area. There's a lot of tech companies. I DJ for Macy's, for Mac Makeup. I do their corporate parties. Kaiser, Costco. I do a lot of corporate gigs also. And that's good because I'm out here in Silicon Valley. So if some of my friends DJ for the 49ers and the Warriors and Sacramento Kings. And, when there's a party at Facebook, one of my other boys, he's the DJ there, and he gets to do all the Facebook parties. And so I'm happy and I'm glad that I live in the Bay Area, first of all.
Man, like you said, he can DJ once a week and be good. Because that's
never thought
a lot
DJing
right
would have brought that kind of income in, though. You know what I'm saying? Like DJing, it's
deserved, but it's really deserved because if you go back, Daric B, as you know, DJs is what started hip hop and everything, man. But they never got the proper recognition, and then later they were almost pushed out. So for it to come to this now, where DJs make good. I mean, just even him, but it's DJs, as he knows, that make real good money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do big shows. It's a big thing, But I think the DJs started it all. So would you say, Daric?
Yeah, absolutely. You guys could. I'm sure you've already seen that documentary called Scratch, and it's all about DJing, but it kind of gives you insight on what you just described, like how the DJ really started it for the MCs.
Yeah. Right. But DJ first.
But when I was young, there was always a DJ with Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, and
DJ was
everybody had a DJ. Run DMC had a DJ, and Third Base had a DJ, and every group, Public Enemy had a DJ, and MC Hammer had a DJ. So it was the norm. It was a team, like you said. And then somewhere the DJ got pushed out. I think it happened in that digital revolution when technology was at that point where you could sample, you could make music without a musician.
Right. And a lot of DJs became big producers as well, but overall, just the DJ aspect was pretty much pushed out, where they weren't a factor.
Yeah. That definitely did happen.
Mm-hmm.
But with all this new, there's we had the phase where it was called mumble rap, right? And I think that phase is over. And so what I think is about to happen, I think there's going to be a renaissance of new hip hop, and it's not going to be this Puff Daddy, Mace, bling bling party music. It's going to go back to real shit. It's going to go back to Public Enemy telling the truth. NWA, just telling real stories that other people could relate to. People loved Brother Lynch and SIBO so much because they told their stories for them.
Right.
You know, there's not a lot of youngsters really living life, you know, balling out of control, so they can't relate to it. Now it sounds nice and it's something they aspire to, but they can't relate to it. It's not a song that they're going to remember 10 years from now. But the song that touches their emotions, the songs that talk about, you know, being raised by a single mother, the songs that talk about, you know, domestic abuse, the songs that tell someone else's stories, they last, you know, the test of time. And so I feel like a renaissance is going to happen soon. And, you know, people are fed up. There's enough fake it till you make it out there already. Let's just keep it real. And I hope it's happening. I think it's happening now. It's starting to.
Right. Okay. Well said. And with that being said, we spoke about earlier about what's going on right now with the corona thing and how everybody's really going to reset and shut down, you know. So, again, you know, we hope to come out of this a better way. And your thoughts again on that, the whole outcome of all of this, and do you think, like you said earlier, we'll come out better than we have came in?
I think so. Yeah, I think we're gonna. You know, that's just. You know, most of us are good people. Most of us.
Right.
And so collectively, we'll prevail. You know, the level-headed thinkers. And, you know, there has to be chaos. There has to be, you know, all these things have to happen. You know, we're just alive while it's happening. You know, we're part of history now.
Right.
Yeah, it's a whole different ball game. Hey, Mac Dre and the Uno Dog has said you are the ranking top West Coast mixtape DJ. How cool is that? Hello?
Hello, say that again? I didn't hear that part.
I said, yeah, Mac Dre and the Underdog has said that you were the ranking top West Coast mix DJ. And I just said, how cool is that? You know, that they would.
I'm blessed. I'm blessed to have, you know, to be alive right now and to have worked with a lot of, you know, in the beginning, I know you guys called me a legend, but I don't think of myself as that yet. I'm only 48, although I started early, you know. But no, I'm just blessed, and I'm lucky to grow up in the Bay Area and be, you know, to have a lot of OGs kind of pull me under their wings, and get the experience that I got. I did a lot of stuff early, and, you know, I did have extra help. It wasn't just me being that hungry kid. I met the right people. I networked, and I got fast-tracked through a lot of the business because of who I knew. But it could happen for anybody. You know, if I can do it, anybody could do it.
Yeah. At 48, only have to work 4 times out of a month. That's definitely a blessing.
Yeah, it's shoot. I mean, I know there are lawyers. There's lawyers out there who charge $1,000 an hour. Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so it's not impossible to work 4 days a month, but you know, I was driven to. That was my goal, and I decided early, like, the first time I got paid to DJ was when I said, this is too easy. I'm never working for nobody. You know?
Wow.
But yeah, it was, you know,
that's great.
That was my journey. And like I said, if I could do it, anybody can do it. If you guys, you know, go to my Facebook page, and there's tutorials about publishing, you want to know about marketing, you want to know about Instagram, algorithms. I got tutorials on all that stuff. It's on Facebook, and I'm just gonna keep teaching till nobody listens.
That's right, as you should, man, because you got a lot to teach, man. People, man, you taught us a lot on this show, and just very motivational and inspirational. So, I'm gonna check it out. The Facebook. Tell the people the Facebook name and the other handles as well.
So on Facebook, you can just type up Daric Bergerson. It's D-A-R-I-C. Bergerson is B-E-R-G-E-R-S-O-N. My website is daricb.com, DARICB.com. My Instagram is DJ Daric B. If you guys get a hold of me, I definitely will respond to you. And if you have a complicated question, I'll call you because it's easier than texting.
Yes.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
And don't
That's
do that
up.
voice to texting stuff because it'll have you sounding like what? That
they
is the
still
worst.
Tighten that up. I love that it's available. I just wish it was it just typed what you said.
Yes, and not
right.
not what they think they heard, but what you actually
right.
said.
Right.
Wow. That's what's up. Well, again, thank you, Daric B, for joining us tonight, man. It was a great conversation, man. I don't even like to say interview, just a great conversation. I learned a lot, man, and learned a lot about you and the things you have going on. Anything else you want to let the people know before we get up out of here?
No, I just
that we did not speak about that you want to put out there.
No, the pleasure is mine. I want to thank you guys for keeping the movement going and giving people an outlet to be heard, and I definitely appreciate it.
That's what's up.
And I would definitely refer you if anybody is looking for a DJ for a wedding.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Great. And check out his YouTube. He has his stuff on YouTube as well. Check him out on YouTube.
Yeah.
DJ Daric B. And has some more stuff on there too. Some great motivational stuff as well. So shout out to you again, Daric B. Thank you for joining us. Shout out to our sponsors, BTP Media Group, Jeff Kwan over there. Shout out to 93.2 Tweed, FMism, Tweed, Cadillac, and Westside Car Club, and the Poetry of Justice show. Queen Jean, you got anything
Didi
else
Harrison.
for homie? Didi Harrison. Didi, what up, Didi? And we're going to get out of here.
No, I just wanted to say blessings to your prosperity, and I will be following you on Facebook. I'm already following you on Instagram, and your website, I checked that out today. It's amazing. So, but just blessings to your prosperity. Keep doing what you're doing, and keep being an inspiration, especially for the young people who wants to get into that field, because you do have a lot to offer. So, people will keep listening and checking you out as long as you're putting it out there. You'll touch a whole lot of people. So just keep doing that. Yeah, you're welcome. Have yourself a blessed evening. And thank you again for the conversation.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Peace and love. Daric B, once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again, sir. Much love.
Right on. Talk to you guys soon.
Okay.
All righty, sir.
Good night.
It's the G-Lew Show, Flashback Fridays. Our special guest, the homeboy Daric B from the Bay Area, legendary DJ, promoter, DJ. Did I say DJ? Because he's a different DJ now. He's a world-famous DJ and, charge rich people and works once a week, doing it real big, B.I.G. So shout out to our homeboy Daric B once again. It's the G-Lew Show, G-Lew Queen Jean. I'm going to come right back. It is.
Yo, what's up? This is Chuck Johnson. I'm here with Queen and G-Lew on the G-Lew Show.
Every day, me and Freddie B. Been famous since 1983. Give me $10 and you straight get blessed. To rap all about you, call the special request. Oakland, you know I go way back to Coug Nuts, Falcon Stains, and Cadillac. When homeboys put Vogues on any car with 6x9 smoking burner. Everybody got addicted to my Dolphin beat. Whole town fucked around and started smoking deep. Every rap I ever made was about this town. I made 7 whole albums with no James Brown, and even though I love his music, I just can't stand the way they used it all up and didn't pay the man. And after 2 platinum albums, you call me weak, cause I don't sell records in the East. Now what's funky? I say pussy on the old hoe. I guess y'all fools don't know why some good rappers can't sell no tapes. It's not the company's fault. The shit sounds fake. You wanna be in the trunk with the booming box while the young bitches ride on your jock. You can't do it like this, homie, so just pass it and stop kissing them white folks' asses. It's like you smoke a whole damn key. You rap so fast, you keep leaving the beat. I'm from the old school. I love P-Funk, but now rap music is all that they want. So when I'm in my car, I play Clinton, and when I'm on the stage, I start pimping. And when I hear your shit, I push eject, then I throw it out the window with the rejects. And when the hardcore rappers go soft, I like to watch when they ass fall off. Cause ain't nothing worth kicking like a sucker MC. And any other rappers ever talk about me, I don't stop rapping, that's all they can say. And how I dog bitches every day. But if you can't be a dog, then you're weak. You be phony like a sideshow freak. Some rappers try to come off positive. Where I'm from, that just ain't how it is. They say rap music is here to stay, but the sucker MCs don't think that way. It took 8 long years before I got my break, so I wonder why rappers make fake ass tapes. You won't get paid like I did, so give up, punk. And while you're in the studio, I'm in the trunk. You got no choice, so don't flip that coin. This ain't the military, so your punks can't join. It ain't pop. It's called underground rap from Oakland, California, and the shit sounds fat. I'm spitting raps to my motherfucking homies. That's why they listen to the one and only. I used to be broke, but now we all used to be. Got no game for a bitch, all the game is for me. And these bitches can't say shit to me. They never could fuck with short baby. I'm not a tongue twisting rapper with a funny style. Don't dress hip hop and dance real wild, but I do sell records like a motherfucker. Even though you might think I'm just another sucker, I find a beat and then never switch. Grab the microphone and then call you a bitch. You want rent money? I got pimp money. One thing's for sure, I won't give it to a hoe. I throw a bitch in the goddamn trunk and start slamming that Oakland funk. Short dog in the house. Once again, trying to fade the platinum with Shorty the pimp. And when I do, I'm going straight to the bank. Withdraw some money and buy some dank. You can't relate to my motherfucking homies. That's why they listen to the one and only. I grew up on the funk called P, but these motherfuckers growing up on me. And if I ego trip and my head is fucked, I take my ass back to where I grew up and get real, boy. It's never too late before I do like you and make a weak ass tape. I'm in the trunk.
G's on the board.
Live out here, Jack. Got G-Lew out here, man. You see G-Lew, man. We live out here, man. Touch the soul, man. You know how it go. I didn't want to photo tape. We out here live, man. My nigga face back there, sitting in the thing, in the cut. We out here, man. We just pulled over in the shade, man. Out here taking a break. Taste the soul. We've been doing it big. Your boy Floss the Boss, man. Shit, I'm burnt out, smoked out, got a pocket full of bud.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. This is number 1G, homie Gangsta Lou. Back up in this bitch doing what I do. Here to set the shit straight. Let me take a few minutes of your time, unwind, relax. Break down the weed, roll up the back. Back-to-back shows on the G-Lew show. Every Sunday night where all the OGs go. Now you know, homie, what's the get down? Front, back, side to side and make it sit down. I'm the shit now, G-Lew the heavyweight. Marathon runner and I plan to win every race. No breaks, homie, 25-8. The last time I saw Nip, I shook his hand and bought his tape. Never fake, real niggas can relate. When you keep it solid, you can politic in any state. And motivate by showing homies the way. You can give them all the game, but can't make a nigga play. But anyway, you know the play, cuz, say cuz. Red, blue, and brown make green, so we gon' stay up. Raise the tray up, homie, and hit the switch. Call the homeboy Snow, so we can swang in this bitch. Gang bang till we rich, BC be the name. I'ma claim till I'm dead in this bitch. Gang disturbance, we disturbing the peace. Initiated by the hatred that you gave me. Now follow me as I take you on this mission. Fishing, wishing on the star, who's the G's by far. G-Lew, who knew that he would take over the world? From the streets to rap and the radio with my girl Queen Jean. Got an all-star team of players. Big Floss, G Hank, never seen you haters. Innovator, motivator, I perceive the rest. I'm an 89 original, I bleed the set, boy. Big Pops, BC be the block, G-Lew be the show. You know the shit don't stop. You know we started from the bottom, worked our way to the top. Number 1 rated Sunday show on Blog Talk. Like no limit, cause it ain't my fault that all the homies two-stepping and doing the C-walk. After the show, then it's the after party. Then it's back to the studio, we just getting started. G-Lew, better known as the OG. Since his members only the members get in free. Raise up to 83, then tap the switch. G-Lew, the homie Snow, when we out this bitch. Raise up to 3, then tap the switch. G-Lew, the homie Snow, when we out this bitch. Gangsta. G-Lew. The G-Lew show. Eastside BC, OG. Music. What it is. Hey, Snow, let's get up out of here, bro. Hit that shit.
Keep it real all the time, G-Lew, baby.
Easy motherfucking nigga. Coming to you direct from the penthouse, and we chillin' in this motherfucker. Yo, player, bitch.
Brace yourself, house in the presence of his magnus. Ruthless priority back with another platinum package. For the suckers who thought we wasn't coming just like this, kiss my ass and watch us do straight freak your bitch. And get a hoe back with a maximum control in the mind and body. Still giving that pussy a party. He bust the ass niggas getting paid, but it ain't shit, so yeah, you punk motherfuckers doing low. But yo, when it's a Mac with a strong back, attack with no pity. Getting fat off your bitch's titty. Los Angeles players of the penthouse and worldwide. Run, but you can't hide. Check your girl, cause I'm shoulder slide. Right up in between and get a hoe what she been asking for. Don't disrespect herself enough, so she'll come back for more. Never underestimate the power of a young throat. Checking a fat grip and ain't on no hair trip. With suckers on the nutsack hanging from the head. And bitches on the dick like my BVD underwear. For freak ain't jocking for whatever reason, so what? I'ma still hit some guts, get a nut, and a proper cut, slut.
If you do nothing, say nothing, you'll never be nothing. And there's a sucker born every motherfucking minute. Yo, quick, kick that shit.
Now the suckers take a licking like a Timex. Cause I'm a true and I'm rolling like a Rolex. And I'm your host with the most, Mr. Quick, EDE in the PENGH. With something bumping for your stereo, but sucker ass niggas don't hear me though. But funky is the password to make them fear me though. Cause I'm platinum bound with that West Coast sound. And if you wanna get down, I got 17 rounds claiming you feel capped. Nigga, I pull naps off the necks of the steps with that whack ass cap. Like you South Bronx nigga. Starting like rap with so smoke corny than your TV rap. How could you figure that a nigga like the Slick would show you slack? I'd rather put a fucking shake in your back. Cause I'm the type of nigga that'll fuck your mom's at gunpoint off a genuine trap and a buzz point. So if you're looking in the source mag and don't see me, it's cause the fucking East Coast is the enemy. But I got something that'll serve you right. Nighty night, motherfucker. Sleep tight.
Here comes another penthouse player. Stepping on toes. Tweed Cadillac out for the money, the mic, and the hose. Fade on my skinhead, nigga.
No, I'm a wolf in sharp clothing, pose and be chosen. I rock the mic, the stage, the party, and the whole thing. Rolling suckers up in a bag like a slip, smoking them like a new pimp cigarette. It's been said, been over, get fucked. I get fucked, standing straight up. There's something about your face, make me wanna slap it. Something about your eye, make me wanna black it. Call me Earl Shy, I dip you alive. Spray paint your posse for $99.95. Retract statements directed at Tweed. Don't confuse me for your bitch or your homie. Yeah, I'm talking shit, only God can kill me. Your rhymes don't thrill me, suck my sweet dick, Willie. Yo, Larry Parker, where's my 3 million? I wanna bust a 90 Duke feeling. The C, Timber Dialogue. Check it up, baby, it's coming back dope. I ain't from Compton, I dwell in Los Angeles, Harlem, California, land of the scandalous.
Now there you have it, Penthouse, true motherfucking players, kicking that pimp shit from 9-2. And if you don't like it, fuck you. Back up off my line. Why you wanna fuck with me? Back up off my line.
Hey, my bad, y'all. I'm over here tripping, man. I'm tripping. I'm sorry. I am sorry. Hey, man, we still here, the G-Lew Show. Let me get my head right.
I'm smoking, I feel overjoyed. Sometimes I'm smoking, I feel paranoid. Sometimes I'm smoking, I not even feel a ting. Sometimes I smoke and feel I'm going insane. Lord, you got the ganja, why yo? She got the endo, why yo? He got the sensor, why yo? Sweet as a mina, why yo? It makes you say, I become aware. Sometimes I smoke and I don't even care. So this is for my homie Jake, who rest in peace. He used to grow in all the multicolored leaves, right? He had the ganja, why he had the endo, why he had the sensor, why sweet as a mina, why it makes you say.
Queen, are you there? Hello. Queen Jean.
I am here. Here.
Okay.
I wasn't tripping like you. I just had you on mute for a minute.
Okay. She had
me. No,
Oh,
I had to mute you because it was background, something going on in the background. And I just muted because of the music. So, but I wasn't doing whatever it is that you was doing. I wasn't tripping. Because I was just like, okay, G-Lew, are we done? Is this the last song? Or, what's happening here?
Right. Damn, that's my fault.
It's all good. No, you're entitled. Hey, we're all entitled.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to Bill Withers.
There we go. That part. Thank you, Queen.
Yes.
Thank you, Queen.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace,
that was
Bill
one of my artists, man. Like, yeah, Grandma's Hand, and Lean on Me, and A Lovely Day, and those were three of my favorites by him. And when Squaropolis put that up on Instagram, I got teary-eyed. I was like, oh, no.
Yeah. Definitely a legend. Another legend. Yeah, Bill Withers, rest in peace. Another one. We're losing a lot. Rest in peace to Bill Withers. Rest in peace to the homeboy Tweety Bird Lope from Compton, man. Originator of the legendary, record that was put out, Banging on Wax, back in the day. He passed away today as well.
Oh, wow.
So shout out to Compton. Yeah, Tweety Bird Lope. Shout out to him. Rest in peace as well. Let me go to the phone lines, Queen. We got a couple callers out there.
Oh, we got some callers? Okay.
Yeah, we got some love. Caller, hello.
Oh, we smoking bomb bud. Hey, yeah.
Put it down, probably. I was over here tripping. I was over there in Malik land, man. I had to put,
Is that what was happening? You went into orbit?
I went that serious. I don't know what happened.
Right.
What's going on, Snow?
Shit, chilling, man. Sitting here in the snow cave, getting ready to do my thing. You know how we do. Shit.
Yeah. Snow a celebrity out there, y'all, on YouTube now. They be on Queen when Snow ain't there. They be like, where's Snow? Where's Snow?
Yeah.
I'm
I think it's just they like the panel. You know what I'm saying? They like us all.
Yeah. Get down.
Yeah, and then Snow, you be
you guys
shine.
the other night. The ladies, you guys did it the other night though. That was beautiful, and because they saved me that night, but it wound up being real beautiful. All the ladies on the panel enjoyed it. So thank you, Queen Jean and Jackie Ray, Phillips well, yeah, thank you for sure.
Yeah.
And Snow, we miss you, Snow, but they asked for you, man. So Snow will be back.
Oh yeah, I'll be back, man. I had one of them. I went to Planet Islam and couldn't come back. That's all.
Okay.
That liquid marijuana ain't no joke.
Man, that shit. I'm not really a rum drinker, and that thing got 3 different rums in it. It had me.
Oh
man,
yeah.
I'm drinking one right now. Shit.
Yeah, it's like that Ron Tom stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Frizzle, nigga, just don't fall asleep, homie. Don't fall asleep on me.
I'm up and ready to go, bro. I got my shit right here on the table waiting. It's all great. Don't even trip.
Okay, for sure. All right, Snow Frizzle. Let me take another caller, man. Hang out with me.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Snow.
Yeah. Caller, hello.
Hello. How are you?
Good evening, sir. What's up?
Hey, good
Pimpin'?
evening, man.
Good evening.
Man,
how you doing tonight?
Some more of it. My pep stick is on top of the closet behind the silk ties, man. I couldn't find it if I was looking for it. But anyway, man, I want to ask this question. I want to pose a question to the lovely Queen Jean. It's always been said in the black community that death comes in threes. Are you familiar with that term? Are you familiar with that term?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been hearing that all of my life, right?
Yeah.
I never knew what person came up with it. Why does it resonate in the black community? But as today, I was just contemplating and thinking about life, and actually happened right before our eyes. Vaughn Mason yesterday, Bill Withers.
Vaughn Mason, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, Bounce Rock Skate dude, man.
Yeah.
And I was looking at my phone.
Out that on your show.
And I never even erased the last text message that we had. So it's like, wow. And then Bill Withers and then Tweety Bird Lope. All within a matter of 24 hours. And it's like it comes in threes.
But
I don't know.
it's a true saying. It's true. It's definitely a true one.
But they've been saying that for years and years. I always thought it was a myth. That ain't true. But an old lady came up with that, sitting on the porch drinking lemonade. But it's actually kind of true. It's actually, and I've been hearing that all my life, man.
Yeah,
and it's just ironic. It's just ironic that it all happened within under 24 hours.
Yeah,
and
those
are those are the only people that we know. You know, imagine all the other people that exactly.
Right.
And
celebrity
for everybody
status
exactly for everybody that passes, it probably was 3 babies born today.
And that's what they said too. That's an old school saying too. When there's a death, there's a birth. When there's a pregnancy, there's a death coming in the family. And I find that to be true as well. It may not be at the same time, but maybe a year later, someone passes the baby, when the baby, but I find that to be, I speak from my own experience with our own family. It has always happened that way. Whenever there was a pregnancy, we lost somebody. And that was a old saying as well, but within our family, it has always been true. So, a lot of the old myths are definitely wise words, words. It's real stuff. Tweed.
I figured you would, yes, ma'am. I figured you would know because I've heard that all my life. I've heard it all my life, man. And now I'm actually just like, damn near part of it. You feel me? It's like, wow.
When you get older,
you
happened. Become, a lot of things that our elders that spoke about, we were younger and we would hear it, but we didn't take heed to it or pay it. But now that we're older, we're saying that was just real talk on a lot of things, a whole lot of things. Your show last night, it had me on past cloud 9.
That was a big one, Tweed. That was a big one last night.
Yes, it was such an honor to just
big
talk to
and you
those
had so many
queens.
people call in.
Yes. That was a great.
that was big.
I don't even want to call it a show. That was a good conversation. That was some real good conversation there. Had me playing the emotions this morning. Today, I was like, okay, this is gonna be my cool down after Nipsey. I gotta listen to some emotions. So that was
Queen,
good.
you know what I like? Hey, Queen and Tweed, you know what I liked about it? I didn't know this, Tweed. I seen that on the flyer that it wasn't all the original ones, but I thought it was just some other younger ladies like they do incorporate. But when I found out that those were her daughters, I was like, wow,
family.
That was just big right there to keep it in the family. You know what I mean? Literally, that was major. That was big right there. That what I mean. So that was big last night, Tweed. Great show, man.
I actually even had
along with that great interview you did too.
I had to even check a dude because when I first posted that flyer, he was like, those aren't the emotions. Where are the real emotions? All I see is Wanda. And I'm like, dude, those are the emotions. They was born to be emotions. So let's don't make this emotional. That's what I tell you.
Right.
Let's don't make this emotional because I'm getting emotional. And maybe they're a clown, Who are they? They're not the emotions. I mean, everybody got some sarcastic comment to say about anything you do.
Yeah, they do.
Those girls were born to be emotions. You could just feel it, Shit, man.
Their energy.
And you can't tell the
100%
difference.
emotions.
Yeah, they knew all the history.
When they're performing,
and,
you can't tell that it's
history.
not. Yeah.
Right. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
And like I said, just to have your
same.
daughters in there, that's big because, like Tweed said, one of the comments, but I mean, that does happen a lot of times with a lot of different groups, and the group split up, and it's 3 different, it is that. But to have her daughters in there, I mean, it don't get no better than that. Like Tweed said, they were born to do this, so we're not better to replace any original members than your daughters. I mean, wow, I don't know.
Exactly.
I know that was a highlight of my headache night. It definitely was. I was like, wow. I told my daughter, I said, I got to talk to the emotions. And she was like, who are they? I said, don't ask my neighbor because that's all she would know. But anything else, and I was playing them today, and I said, this is who I was talking about. Because she couldn't understand my excitement, 40 years old, but not really paying attention to my music. But, yeah, that was the highlight of that was just great. I felt so good because I love those ladies. Their music, I love their music. Grew up on that music. I just love it. Like I was
and the funny part,
45, so I can love you. Oh.
And that's my all-time favorite song, too. The funny part about it is we've been listening to their music for 30 years, and every time you hear one of the songs that you like, it hits you the same way it did the first time you heard it. The feeling is still there. Man, it's still there. You don't say, turn that shit off. I don't want to hear that. You never do that with emotions, man.
No.
Same feeling I get when I listen to Blue Magic. I've heard every Blue Magic song 1,001 times, but I still get that same feeling every time I listen to one of their tracks, man.
Yeah.
That's when you know that. That's when exactly, as they say. But yeah, man.
That's a beautiful thing.
We gotta, man. Life is a beautiful thing because Tweety Bird Loc, man. I follow him just because he's so outspoken and he will say what was on his mind. Oh my God, dude,
he didn't give a damn. He was raw, uncut.
No, he didn't give a damn.
He was raw, uncut.
Actually, he truly was, and and he had valid points. He had valid points, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you want to sweep him under the rug or whatever, but he had valid points.
Right.
Really, he did.
Yeah.
Really, he did. I know some things. He had some valid points. But wow, man. Yeah, I'm gonna miss his presence on social media, man, because he was, man.
I was the same way. Followed him. It's like, wow, Tweety Bird. I just used to like trip off all of his posts. Was like, so he didn't give it. He was just like raw. You know what I mean? And he
was
spoke
just real.
Spoke his mind. Yeah, he spoke his mind.
Yeah.
He wasn't sugarcoating it. So rest in peace, Tweety Bird Loc.
And then he would always talk about some old school. He would always talk about some old school stuff that all OGs could relate to. Man, I always rooted for him because I know what he went through. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, wow.
Did him and Eric ever get right before he passed?
Now that I don't know, but I know he wasn't mad at Eric. Eric had nothing really to. He was more mad at the Banging on Wax Cat, the owner of that ganked everybody for the money. Him and his wife. That's where his problems was stemming from. It's like, dude, you can't just, you have to break bread or we're going to be on your head. And that's exactly how he was on it, which was only right. I think the only person made money off that album was Battle Cat because he produced it. A lot of people don't know Battle Cat produced that whole album. Before he was super famous.
Yeah, and he was on there too. Yeah. Battle Cat. And Domino was a part of that as well. Yeah.
Right on.
And shout out to Homeboy Red Rum, man. One of the hardest on there. A lot of, just like you said, a lot of things from that album didn't go, besides Battle Cat probably and Domino, but a lot of other artists, didn't go as well, or a lot of things like that happened, So just rest
but not only that, folks got killed because of the album too.
Yeah.
Folks
definitely.
Lost their lives because of that album as well.
Definitely,
too.
A lot of them did. A lot of them
Bloody
did.
Mary and
a lot of
other
dudes
people
on that
too.
Bloody Mary.
Yeah,
a few rappers.
Yeah.
So,
it wasn't. I remember when they was on TV on the what was that dude that had the white hair? Phil Donahue.
Phil
Donahue. Yeah, they was all
Donahue.
on the show. It was on the show, and Sin Loc had the mask on, and they was talking all about the unity, how they brought together, and wow, only for old boy to take all of the money. Only for the executive producer to take all the money. Yeah, man. He had a good idea when all he had to do was pay them dudes. That's all he had to do was pay them. It blew up. He made money. Just pay him, man. Did you guys see the Suge Knight documentary called American Dream, American Nightmare. It's free on Showtime. Even if you don't have Showtime, if you have Comcast TV or Xfinity, all you have to do is talk into your remote control and say Suge Knight, American Dream, and you'll be able to watch it. Actually, I watched it yesterday in its entirety.
Okay.
And it's very informative.
Pretty good.
Especially
pretty good. I heard about it.
Man, it wasn't what I expected. But Suge says something at the end that will make you look at him completely different. Because everything he said at the end was completely true. He did a lot for some people. Yeah, he has some diabolical ways, and he, I'm sure there's a lot of things he wish he could have took back. But he did really help a lot of people, man. He looked out for a lot of people as well too. And then for him to end up how he ended, but how he ended, everybody's like, well, you got what you deserve. You reap what you sowed. I mean, it's a two sides to the coin. It's two sides to the coin. But who would have thought all that money that man had? You would have thought that it would have went a little bit different than, because when you look at it, he's gone, and look, everybody else rose from the ashes and, still doing great things. And look where he's at. He's the one that made it all happen. So I know he's sitting in that cell. He's kicking himself in the nose, and he's mad, and he's bitter, but he has to blame himself for a lot of that stuff that happened as well, too. So I know, man, I'm sure it's hard for that man to sleep at night. Because if that was me, it would be hard for me to sleep at night. Not knowing that everybody out having money and having fun and eating hamburgers, but the fact that, damn, I'd rather be broke than to be in prison for the rest of my life. Feel me?
Yeah, whole life change.
It's changed. Shit, you ain't got no more life.
Tweed, that's another old school saying, in the blink of an eye.
Exactly.
Just like that. It happened just
I
like
actually
that.
had compassion for that man when I watched that documentary.
That's what it sounded like that documentary really changed some things in you, Tweed. I'm gonna have to look at it.
I actually found some compassion for that man, and I kind of understood why he did some of the things he did. But then I understood that once you have power, and you can do stuff that you couldn't believe that you could do. Because
power is like a drug.
Sometimes,
that's stronger than crack.
Yeah,
in the wrong hands.
It actually is. It actually is. Because when you realize that you really possess it, you can just do stuff just because you know you can do stuff.
Like magic.
And I think exactly.
Go on that ego tripping.
Yeah,
like magic. He had the power, and he realized it. Once he realized he had that power, he was a whole different, because he started off how he should have, really doing everything he should have done and everything the right way. But that's neither here nor there. But I'm just saying the power trip definitely took control. It seems like when he had that power, so much power. He was already a big guy, so it's like, hey, But I just think he could have kept those relationships solid. Him and Dre, that was shit. But that's neither here nor there. Go ahead. But I want to see the documentary though. That was the man. That was his guy. We should learn that from Easy or whatever they had going on. That should have been his guy.
But it's bad enough to take a man's money, take a man's record company from him, but then you're gonna take the man, baby mama. It's like, come on, dude. Out of all the chicks you could have had, out of all the chicks that you probably had, why would you just humiliate the man to the third power like that? You got all this masters, you got all this money, and then you go and take his baby
I think
mama.
that hurt. I think really what happened in the end, I think it showed that really hurt him more, and once he realized he lost Dre, and it hurt him because that's when he acted out so much. Like you said, it was almost he was possessed of humiliating Dre. You know what I mean? That was his whole thing for about years. You know what I mean? He spent years just trying to do whatever he could really to humiliate Dre or get back at him some kind of way when Dre had moved on with his life. You know what I mean?
And started all over and acquired all the money that he lost. You don't have to think about death row. But look,
right.
And when you look at it from my point of view, it's just my personal opinion. I'm on the outside looking in. I blame Miss Chalet as well, because if Dre looked out for you when y'all was kids and he made you a star, why would you even have sex with his arch enemy?
Right.
You know, so how could you even betray him? How could you betray him?
He was hurt too.
Do that,
but you don't get somebody back in that way. You don't do it that way.
No, you don't do that. You don't, as a woman.
Don't do it that way.
No,
she was hurt.
She was
hurt, but you don't do it that way. Because you'll never get his respect back again. That's the wrong way. He'll never respect you again.
But she was enticed and intrigued by the power, because no girl want no weak dude, and she know that she could talk shit to dudes. If Sugar's in the room, they ain't gonna do nothing. Maybe she was just so influenced by that man's power and the comfort level that she felt, because she with the man. It's like being with Scarface or Pablo Escobar. You know, imagine how that girl feel. I have your ass killed. If you look at me funny, you did. Women get the power trip too.
Miss Chalet is on this show called Marriage Boot Camp, and she is so pathetic on that show. She shows so much she is so insecure. She has no confidence. She has very low self-esteem, and it could be because the guy she's with is not a man with so much money. And she is just, it's sad to see that that's Miss Chalet on there carrying herself out that way. And the guy that's on there with her, he said, I wish I'd have never came on this show with you, but he got a chance to see and realize just who he's dealing with in a real way, because I guess maybe she feels, and I don't know if it's scripted or not, but it's just the way it is. It's like, wow, because I think it's Miss Chalet on there, CeeLo is on there, CeeLo Green is on there. Have you guys ever seen that?
Yes.
She's on there. She's on this season.
Styles P is on there. I've seen it.
Yes.
But
in
regards to her, what I think is, and I'm saying this from a woman's perspective, because I like to study women. I believe that once a woman has been with a man of influence and of status, it's hard for you to go and be with somebody that doesn't have the type of money that you're accustomed to. And look, and here's a perfect example. How the hell would Eddie Murphy's wife go to Babyface? Feel me? Because she can't go to Tweet Cadillac or G-Lew, because we ain't the good dudes. So she go leave Eddie Murphy. No, she leave Babyface and go to Eddie Murphy. Or was it the other way around?
No, she left Babyface and went to Eddie Murphy,
Exactly.
And had all the
Eddie Murphy,
with Eddie.
And why Eddie Murphy even want her after he know that Babyface, you know, you feel me? It's like I wouldn't even want, I wouldn't have even wanted Kardashian after knowing that Ray J and
right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like,
I totally understand
dude,
too.
I wouldn't have even wanted that. I would have took an unknown girl from Nebraska before I would have wifed Kim Kardashian. Because now, every time you in a public setting with Ray J, that nigga laughing at you, dude. It's like I done nutted all in that girl ear, and you don't even know. And you all married her. Feel me?
That old school saying, every time you kiss
not in the ear,
now.
sweet.
Yeah, every time
not
you
in the
kiss
ear.
her, it's all up in the ear, you know what I'm saying? But for real, man, it's like funny, dude. So I understand how Miss Chalet wanted that power, and she just was a big dude, and, you know, she like, shit, if I'm with him, I'm a piece of rape. Only to find out that it was for a limited time only.
Right. That part right there. Limited time only. You got to be careful. Yeah, you just have to be careful. And so I'm just happy with my life. That
it's sad,
I don't know.
man. But I wish that Suge could have a do-over, because every time I ever been around Suge, he always showed me the utmost respect. And I don't have any bad memories about Suge Knight, because I knew Suge Knight before he was Death Row Suge Knight. I was there when he was about to start Death Row. Suge ain't never did nothing wrong to me at all, man. Suge was paying us $1,500 a month just to hold up and don't sign with nobody until he got Death Row. We could have been on Death Row, but it was it was Blood City and wasn't a good look. But man, Suge was, man. We took us to Beverly Hills and had dinner, and I was drinking $18 drinks and shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
Man, I just wish he would have did it different, man. Because for him to end up the way he is, that's the sad part. And the sad part is Tupac is dead because of that. You know what I'm saying? That's really the sad part.
Yeah.
And now he's in prison. Shit, I bet you he probably wish he was dead.
He would rather have to be out on the streets broke than to be in there like that. You know, like it's a sad situation.
And humiliated. But they got his parents on there, his relatives. Man, it's a good documentary.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out. I've heard about it. Yeah, I've heard about it.
It's worth watching. It's definitely worth watching. I look at Suge completely different, man.
Okay. All right, will do. How you handling this quarantine thing, Tweed, and how things have taken a turn?
I'm just mad because I can't get a test. Because I got 2 of the symptoms, but they won't test me without the fever. And it's like I had the fever one day, then I don't have the fever. I went and bought a thermometer. So it's like I don't know if I got it. I don't think I have it. But I got the cough. I don't have a sore throat. I got the cough, and what's the other symptom? I'm kind of buzzing right now. I'm trying to drink the pain away. I got the cough. And
I don't know.
And the other symptom was, damn, man.
What is the other? I don't know the symptoms. You know the
we're going to
symptoms,
rebuke all that. We're going to rebuke that.
Yeah, because
that's what we're
you acting like you want that shit, Tweed. That shit you don't want that shit.
No, you don't want to understand what he's feeling. Yeah, but we're going to rebuke it. Yeah, we're just going to rebuke that. And
it was a shortness of breath. That's what it was. It was a shortness of breath.
You know, I can understand where you're coming from with your immune system being the way it is. And, you know, just like what Jane was saying, she wouldn't got tested for it as well. So when there's someone who has a weak immune system and has been through some illnesses, that's the first thing that's going to come. This is what they're going to think. You know, and that's just normal.
I just had a CT scan. I just had a CT scan last week, and the doctor gave me a inhaler. So it was like weird because I was using it, and you know it kind of helps with the shortness of breath. But then when I was watching the news, it's like, well, you have 2 of the 3 symptoms, but without the fever, they won't even test me.
Yeah.
So it's like, wow, okay.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep that in rebukeness. We're gonna rebuke that. We're gonna keep. We're gonna keep you in prayer. We're gonna rebuke that. We're not gonna speak that. None of that shit. You know, we just gonna. We're gonna keep you in prayer.
Fuck with Heineken.
Yeah.
You fuck with Heineken.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, shit. I've been drinking warm water, not cold.
Yeah.
Little stuff that I've noticed that I should be doing. I'm doing all of that shit.
Yeah.
But I don't want nothing, man. I don't want nothing.
Yeah, you definitely don't want. I know you definitely don't want nothing. Not after the
been
things
through.
that you've been through. Exactly.
Don't give me no more. Don't give me no more. Goddamn.
So you ain't gonna get no more.
Right.
You know,
you ain't got nothing sweet.
I don't need no more. I don't need no more.
Good, brother. You're good, brother.
I'd rather take some. You know, I I can't even catch the claps no more, so I don't want nothing. At least I could get a shot and be cool. I'd rather have
that's a
gonorrhea.
damn good thing when you can't catch the claps no more. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants no STDs and shit. So
yeah, but at least it can be cured.
I wonder
if
brothers still catch the clap. I wonder if people still catch the clap.
Hell yeah, they do.
Hell yeah, they do.
They probably catch more than that now with the way
that's what I'm saying. There's probably
is.
some whole other shit now though, but just the claps. I don't
know.
know.
The claps turned into chlamydia. I think the number one is chlamydia. That's what
But chlamydia is a little bit different though. The clap. But chlamydia, I think, you can't really. You don't have the same symptoms of the claps. You know, you got that shit.
Because it be
burn,
baby, burn.
Right. Yeah.
That's why you gotta be scared. That's why you gotta know everything that
there.
look good ain't good, man. It's
right.
just
Just
everything that
you
look
don't
good
need to
ain't good.
Right. That part.
That's right. That's right.
You know, that's a young.
Man,
that's
I
a young
had that
type
shit
thing.
When I was,
I
had that shit when I was 17.
Like rabbits.
I was 17 and I had it.
Yeah.
And that's when they used to put a Q-tip in the head of your stuff.
Oh my God! Don't even talk about
for
it.
For real, dude. I'm telling you.
You ever heard a man holler and scream and cry?
And then beep this. You couldn't drink alcohol and you couldn't eat spicy foods for a week, and you had to take these big ass horse pills. Oh, it was horrible. It was horrible. I even said that shit in Glad to Be Alive. I admitted it.
Yeah,
it was horrible.
Glad to Be Alive. Hey, Tweed, that's my favorite. Hey, Tweed, you got a lot. You know, I love a lot of your shit, man. Penthouse Players and Get Away From Me, but Glad to Be Alive, bro. Since you said that's my favorite song by you all time, man. I was listening to that yesterday. You know what I mean?
Isn't that what Jackie played on her show?
Yeah, she played it as well.
Yes, she did.
That's the one.
Yeah.
It just sums up. I mean, that is the one, Tweed. Yeah.
She did, man, and it was my life in 3 minutes. You know what I'm saying? It was my life in 3 damn minutes, man. And it's a trip because the video director moved to New York on me. And I miss him, man. He was cool as hell, this white boy. He was so cool, man. Mikey Spicy, if you out there listening, holler at me. But yeah, he shot that video and moved to New York and they never came back. And he's from the Bay Area.
Your life is a testimony. Your life is definitely a testimony. And you know, it's an inspirational testimony as well. So, yeah.
Well, all I wanted to do was make a record, get some money, and have 3 girls with me. And I did all of that already. So, like, what else can I do now?
Chill,
and Tweed,
relax.
Tweed, I want to plug this interview, man, because you just recently did an interview, man, and it was an incredible interview, man. The people can learn a lot from that. You know, you opened up. It was a great interview, great questions, and you can hear some of Tweed's music. So that interview you just did, man, on the Critique Show, part 1 and 2, the Critique Show podcast with Jackie Ray. She just interviewed Tweed, and go check that out, man. You can learn a lot. That was incredible.
I've never listened back. She sent it to me, and for some reason, I'm apprehensive. I don't even really want to listen back to it because I was in the moment when I did it. So it's like it's gonna take me a chance to have to just sit down and listen completely back, and I'm not really at that point yet. Because man, we was talking, and I looked around, and I'm talking for damn near, how you say it wasn't an interview, it was a conversation. We talking like an hour and a half, man. At least an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. I don't even remember. I don't even remember half what I said to her.
Yeah, you was just being yourself. You was just.
Yeah, he opened up. You really opened up, Tweed. You know. You really opened
that
up.
Conversation. Comfortable, you know, the energy, the flow, you was just with it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like you wasn't being apprehensive about anything because of the energy, the flow, genuineness between the two of you. You know, and Jackie is that type of queen that can do that. So
She tricked me though. I thought it was gonna be 21 questions, like like name the freakiest place you ever had sex in.
Right.
I thought it was gonna be some shit like that. It's like I'm ready for those 21 questions. Okay, have you ever had sex with a bald-headed ugly chick? It's like you can tap out. You don't have to answer the question. That's what I thought it was gonna be, some old funny comedy type shit, and man, that shit
Totally different.
it turned into a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
But it was great though.
Amazing.
Great job.
Yeah.
Great job.
Man,
I listened a couple
man.
times.
I just hope that possibly that maybe my story can help somebody, man. That's all.
I'm sure it will.
No vanity intended, no high sign, and just stall me out. Just let me live the rest of my life. That's all.
That's funny
I'm
that you would
good
say that. Stall me out, because we were talking about that when I was talking to Jackie the other day. I said, "Girl, you remember that saying, just stall me out?" I said, "I'm gonna start saying that again. Just stall me out."
Man, I've been saying it for 35, 40 years.
Yeah.
You on the late freight.
Old heads would know about that.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Do you remember that? You on the late freight. I've been saying that for 35, 40 years.
Yeah. I think I put that up today on a picture. I said, just stall me out.
Exactly.
Because,
and
stall
half
me
the
out.
people ain't going to know what you're talking about. Only the OGs going to know what you're talking about. That's so cool about that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
OGs. But you are inspirational.
We earned our stripes, though, but we earned our stripes, Queen. Always remember that. We earned our stripes.
Yeah.
And I never wanted nobody to give me no stripes. I always wanted to earn them.
Yeah.
So then can't nobody, can't nobody take that away from me.
Or even, they can't be taken away, can't be replaced, because it was our own earning of them.
And they can't walk a mile in our shoes, because they might not even know what to do, man. They jump off the back of the bus. We remember how you couldn't even ride in the bus if you wasn't in the seat.
Yeah.
I'm talking about it was so much shit going on a regular ass RTD bus back in the day. So you
I didn't even want to ride.
Dangerous.
If you wasn't
rough, tough,
serious.
and dangerous.
Yes,
man.
I would be scared to ride on the back of the bus. I would stand right there at the front of the bus on that and holding that pole so I could be right next to the exit when some shit jumped off, because you go to the back of the bus and they mean dog. You get mad dog as soon as you walk up on the bus. They look people in the back of the bus looking at you like, don't come back here.
You getting jacked and everything. And not only that, I remember when they was back there smoking cigarettes, weed, all kind of shit was going on in the back of the bus.
At the back of the bus.
Man, niggas was shooting dice on the bus. It was like that back in the day, dude. It was serious, man. It was no joke.
Serious.
But look, here was a scary part.
But the good thing about the RTD, you could go wherever you wanted to go, though, around that.
Yeah, but here's the scary part. Here's the scary part. You have been on the back of the bus, right? And it's rolling smooth. You didn't flow through this hood and no danger. And all of a sudden, you get to another hood, and niggas don't go through the front door. They sneaking on the back door.
They
got five niggas from the opposite hood. Just mob up on the back of the bus, and wow, they would jump on the bus, jack you, and jump right back off at the next stop.
Yeah.
The bus riding was dangerous, dude. Believe me.
Yeah,
man, we survived a lot of stuff, man. We survived a lot of stuff, man.
And then the parents couldn't even understand why you didn't want to ride the bus. We would get our money to ride the bus, and I would tell my brothers and sisters, I'm walking. So we would walk from the Watchtower all the way to Willowbrook. So we just took Wilmington, one straight shot, all the way up to Willowbrook, and take that money and go to the candy store across the street and walk back home, because I didn't want to get on the bus after the time because I was scared. I was literally scared to get on the bus.
And you was a girl. Now imagine this. I got jacked for my bus pass. You know how you get the student bus passes? I got jacked for my bus pass waiting for the bus. I wasn't even on the bus. I got jacked for my bus pass.
Serious.
I couldn't even get on the bus. They took my bus pass. They took my bus pass. I couldn't even get on the bus, man. Man, living in L.A. was a motherfucker.
Yeah, it was. It was, especially during our time. It was. You know, but thank God it ain't nothing like these times now.
Yeah.
Cause I don't know.
Yeah, it is what it is. Well,
man, we just talking, man. Ain't y'all sleeping by now?
Oh, we finna go on after hours.
Well, we already on. It's 9:25.
Oh, is it?
Good Lord. Yeah, it's 9:25, man.
Oh yeah, 9.
Oh, G-Lew, man, I want to say that I like your new flyer. I like that new flyer.
Okay, yeah, that flyer, ain't it? The homie did that, man.
That
so
was
I'm gonna be looking.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah. Thank you, brother. Thank you, man.
Nice.
Yeah, shout out to the homie, man. Scrap Dollar from Long Beach, man. He's gonna be doing some
different
things.
Look. It was a
completely I got a lot
different
of love.
look.
I got a lot of love from that. So thank you, Tweed.
Hey, man, if you send me a few pictures, man, I could have my people, man, work on something for you as well.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you told me 5 years later, Tweed. That's why I love you, man.
Oh, man, all you had to do was say you needed something, dude.
No, I'm fucking with you, Tweed.
And look, before we hang up, Tweed, I want to say this to you.
Tweed. I love you, Tweed.
On the blog talk last night, you had my pictures going through with the emotions, so thank you for that. I seen that. I was like, oh, snap, she got my picture going through with the emotions.
Exactly,
he has you on a lot of flights. He shows love all the time. I told Snow as well.
No,
man.
I do that all the time, man.
Yeah. But I was happy. I was with the emotions on that one. I was like, okay.
I knew where to put you. You know, because that's an elegant ass legal picture, man. You know.
Thank you.
I don't look good. I don't look good if you don't look good.
Right. So thank you.
Don't even trip. I got you. I got you.
Right.
Front, back, and your side. Don't trip.
Right.
Yeah, just stall me out. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, man.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
Beautiful
man,
thing, man.
I got a special guest coming. I ain't going to jinx it. Remember Queen said, don't be talking about it. Just do it. So, man, it's going to get greater. It's going to get better and greater, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, we can put that in the universe. We could put that out there.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. And
Big
despite
things
my
coming.
I want to tell, but I can't do it. I just can't jinx it. There's an old saying, never count your pussy before you smell it. I never forgot that one either.
That's what Ms. Robinson at.
So it is what it is.
Ms. Robinson need to be hearing that.
Wow.
All right.
All right, y'all. Until Sunday evening. Sunday evening.
Have a blessed evening and take care of yourself throughout the night.
Love you all.
All right, love y'all, man. Peace.
Much love.
All right.
Peace.
Peace and love, everybody. Rest in peace again to Bill Withers, Vaughn Mason, and the homie Tweety Bird Loke from Compton. G-Lew Show Flashback Friday. You know we're going to the after hours when we leave here, right? So when you leave here, go right over there to YouTube. Go to our YouTube channel. Tap in the G-Lew Show. You should already be familiar with it. And when you do, hit the subscribe button so you can be locked in. When we go live, you'll get alerts. But go to the YouTube channel. Me, G-Lew, the homeboy Snow Brizzle, Queen Jean. We're going to be there doing what we do. So come check us out.
I'm going to be there for like 10 minutes.
Yo, Tweety Bird Loke.
Oh, shit.
So I like to say what's up to all the Bloods and Crips on Bang
Friday
on Wax,
night, you ain't got
Young
nothing to do.
Soldiers, Ronnie
You
Ron, stayed on my ass, you know what I'm saying? And all you flaky ass motherfuckers that was supposed to be down with me from day one, yeah, I'm sucker free in the 9-4.
That's right. Fuck y'all.
I like to say a word from the wise nigga coming from Tweety Bird Loke. Never let nobody out there say nothing about somebody that's putting money in your motherfucking pocket.
That's right.
Misery loves motherfucking company, but I'll be damned if I let misery fall in love with me. G-Pops, I love my brother Zipper Head, my homeboy Cherry in the pen.
Peace to my brother Malik in the motherfucking pen. Nigga, you know what I'm saying?
I'd like to say what's up to Big Bun for coming in there throwing down them lyrics on
Hell
his album.
Yeah. Big
you know what I'm saying?
OG nigga.
To all you motherfucking quitters out there, your ass will never be shit. Don't give up on your motherfucking dreams, nigga. Have faith in whatever you do. Because when you quit, that's when the dying starts, nigga. You might as well lay down, motherfucker, because I'm in it to win it, nigga. So all you motherfuckers got something to say about me on the motherfucking streets, suck my motherfucking dick.
I like to say, just a shout out to them bitches that I done fucked this year off of Banging on Wax. Let's see. Banging on Wax is a motherfucker.
It's a motherfucker. You know what marriage is? What's the definition of marriage, Bob?
Two motherfuckers with a misunderstanding.
That's right.
Okay, well then I'm going to say it like this. You are tuned in to the G-Lew show with the Queen Jean herself. This is Squareopolis, the nerdiest guy on planet Earth, showing appreciation to these people for allowing the square guy to do what he does. Y'all stay tuned to the G-Lew show. I appreciate you.
All right, that part. We about to go over there to YouTube, man, so join us right now. What up, Big D? I see you, boy. I'm just glad to be alive, man. Y'all stay alive, stay safe. Let's go to YouTube. We over there in a minute. 5 minutes or so. Give me a minute.
Dog is real up in here. Niggas are...
Yeah, it's the memoirs of a man. The celebration of life. No matter what physical state your body in, you alive. Enjoy, live it, feel it, taste it, breathe it in. No one's immortal. Don't think about your expiration date, your fate, celebrate. Been there, done that. Can't tell me a goddamn thing about rap. See, my mama always stressed I ain't living right, but I ain't going out without a fight. I think I smoke too much. Consider Newports cost $6. I wonder if I blew out a lung. How my name's Tweed, I be choking off weed. Tell me, how the hell I catch pneumonia when I grew up in sunny California? Man, what the hell am I thinking? Got 25 years plus drinking. From the 8-ball, boom form, night train, silver satin, Kool-Aid, everything in between. Gotta have a toe-back brain. Sipping cocaine, back in the day, watch the Soul Train. And my heart's still ticking, even though I can't quit eating fried chicken. If you're glad to be alive, throw your hands in the sky. Remember those gone, life goes on.
Man, sweet Cadillac, you take me back to when I was in Frisco, man. Two cats come in with choppers, waving them around, telling them things was gonna get ugly. And they didn't find out where it was at. I'm so glad they got it. I'm so glad to be alive.
Living life from a jail cell, hoping I can read a little junk mail. On earth living hell, oh well, oh well. I like steak, red meat bad. My arteries straight clogged up from the fast. Now the water off the faucet ain't good. God damn. Ain't nothing pure in the hood. It's a downright shame, cause then a goddamn thing finna change. Who said life is a beach? Ask a wino living on the street. I never thought about suicide. That's a punk way out where to die. Man, life ain't cursed. You could be up in a hearse getting driven to a church. If you're glad to be alive, throw your hands in the sky. Remember those gone, life goes on.
Even though I was flying down the freeway, you know, going 100 miles an hour. Passed out behind the wheel, carbon dioxide, missed oncoming traffic. Hit a building, lay in a coma for 17 days. But you know what? Glad to be alive.
Have you ever heard a bullet go sing past your head at the age of 14? Why did it burn when I peed? I didn't know why it called VD. I think about the cats that we rat-tat, and it wasn't even over no crack sack. All of them came back strapped. I could've straight got laid out flat. Living life as a hustler, raised to be a hustler. Living in LA was a motherfucker. Harlan, California is a game. We all had to claim, everybody bang. Been stabbed, put up in a chokehold. They say I blacked out, beat about a popo. Live life to the fullest, cause you can't outrun no bullet. If you're glad to be alive, throw your hands in the sky. Remember those gone, life goes on.
Yeah, man, this small's major, man. Just remembering those that's gone, man. My close death experience, man. Me and the homie standing on the corner. The other side of niggas come through and start shooting shots.